Welcome back to my wife series with me Diana Yegon, na leo tuko na the Ndegos family. This is part 2. Okay? Kama huja watch part 1, go back, watch part 1 alafu kuje part 2 ndo uweze kuendeleza history vizuri. Hii part 2 ndo inabamba sana, okay? So let's get right into it.
A lot of young people are afraid of responsibilities.
Marriage, relationships.
Let me say that it is an honorable thing to be my wife.
You've mentioned something yenye nilikuwa nataka tuingilie sasa about the sijui nitaita ni red flags ama ni zile vitu ambazo couples hufanya zinakuja ku end their, what is it called,
relationship or marriage,
because marriage is an honorable thing.
Yeah.
But kuna vitu zile ukianza kuzi-involve inaanza ku-reduce uzito wake. Kama sasa the one that you've mentioned, discussing your spouse to your family. What are other things zenye zinafanya marriage na kwa weak?
Actually, hata before tutoke hapo, the moment you discuss your spouse negatively with your people, it shall never be the same again. You can only heal, but you cannot remove the scar. You will never mend that. It is irreversible. So, it is better you never say anything bad against your spouse. As a marriage counselor, I have seen so many couples, so many people who have shared negative information about their spouse. And then a time comes, they want to bury the hatchet and maybe reconcile with their partners. But it becomes hard. Their partners are like, ile maneno ulisema kwenu, hiyo mambo ingine yote mimi nimekusamehe. Na hiyo tunaweza rudiana. Lakini juu ya ile maneno uliambia mamako yangu, ile maneno sistako aliniambia na wewe ulimwambia, hatuwezi rudiana.
Ni ngumu ku reverse
unless
the words.
Life threatening.
Life threatening.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
You see, if someone is abusing you, is threatening to kill you, you cannot keep silent.
Yes.
But if it's normal
misunderstanding,
we say you have to differentiate between weaknesses and wickedness.
Differentiate between
weaknesses
and wickedness.
Your husband dropping socks all over and leaving maybe the bedroom and the bed untidy and kept is a weakness that you are not supposed to go discussing the weakness of your husband. But your husband slapping you is wickedness. You get it? So you have to weigh. Is my husband wicked? Or is my husband weak? Is my wife wicked? Or is my wife weak?
Because weak is it?
Weakness.
Madhaifu. Ni zile vitu ambazo you can work on them and improve. Lakini wickedness, kama mtu ako violent, it's hard to get from out of that.
Your life is in danger.
Yeah.
If someone tries to poison you, you need to tell your parents. They bore you. You are their child. Why will you die? Why would you even die? As you watch, go tell your mother or your father. My spouse has tried to kill me.
Yeah.
But I have decided to forgive him and remain. So if in any case you hear me dead, he is the first culprit. He poisoned me. You see? And then your parents will be like, no, you not go back there. So that's what you are saying. Don't discuss your weaknesses, the weaknesses of your spouse to you. That's red flag number 1. Another red flag is, let me call it untrustworthiness or loss of trust. Anything that you do that makes your spouse to lose trust in you is already a red flag that marriage is sinking. Because trust is one sure foundation of any marriage. Is actually, I normally say, is the most reliable, the strongest foundation of marriage is trust. But it is the most delicate.
True.
Trust takes time to build. It takes a moment to break and forever to rebuild.
Rudia pole pole tafadhali.
I'm saying trust is like actually the wheels of a vehicle. Wheels of a vehicle. It doesn't matter which vehicle. It rides or it drives on wheels. So once the wheels are not in order, you cannot go anywhere. That's how trust is in marriage. So when trust takes time to build, it takes a moment, just one thing.
Yani mnaweza kuwa mmejibuild ku trust for years.
A marriage of 25 years can crumble down under the weight of broken trust.
Yeah.
And when we're talking about trust, it is in many forms. There is the sexual trust, or sexual infidelity or fidelity. Also emotional infidelity, where you are sex chatting with other people, and then your spouse catches you. Even if you have not slept with them, that's enough for them to tell you it's over. Trust is broken. Also social trust. You went and told your people, or friends, or pastor, evil things about me. I can no longer trust you. They may not part ways, but that is a red flag that marriage is sinking. You need to salvage it very quickly. If there's any way or anything you can do to rebuild the broken trust, do it quickly.
So now umezitaja zile points ambazo zinaweza kufanya marriage watu ku lose trust.
Yeah.
Umesema financial mistrust,
financial infidelity, sexual infidelity, social infidelity, and emotional infidelity.
So all of this zimehappen. You've said zinaweza lead your partner kusema I cannot do this. Hii wacha iishe. But what of that person who's decided we can still work on this relationship? In as much as umenikosea, let's try to work on it. How can we rewrite ama kurudisha ile trust ambayo ilikuwa zamani? Because umesema tayari ikisha crumble, I'm learning to trust even with time. Nitairudisha aje?
Yeah, it normally...
Because I want to stay in this marriage.
Sure, sure. Because marriage is supposed to be permanent.
Yes.
Unfortunately, in some cases, it is a deal breaker. In some cases. Because, like, for example, sexual infidelity, in most cases, is a deal breaker. And most people don't wait for the second time.
Yeah.
They break it at that point. Especially if they have been very faithful to you, and now you have frustrated them. But you can rebuild broken trust. There are people even who forgive infidelity. Many. They do forgive, even once, even twice.
But trust doesn't come immediately.
It can, but it will take a lot of time. And how can you rebuild it? Number one, both of you have a role to play. The one who has broken the trust must prove consistent behavior, words, and all that, and emotional connection, that I have really repented and I need you to trust me again. You make me to trust you again. Through your words and actions, intentional actions and words, over a long period of time. Then the other person whose trust was broken needs to be ready from within to trust again. That way. And then it's something that you need to really pray about. Maybe seek counseling. That's why we are there as counselors. And confidence can help you to finally regain broken trust. You can also watch videos of people whose trust have been broken, and they regained the trust, they reconciled with their partners. That is going to inspire you. Yeah.
Okay, that's great. I'm loving this conversation really, really much. Are you loving this interview, you guys? Kama mimi, yani mimi na enjoy. As much as we are having this conversation, pia watu waelewe story ya marriage pale nyuma, ama pale kwenye ambao wanatu watch kwenye YouTube. I'm also learning, okay?
Wow.
And now, on to the next question. Tunaenda tukimalizia because I know you guys tunaweza kaa hapa the whole night. But the guys are shooting at night, and I really appreciate you guys kwa kuja at this time of the night. Msitudanganye hamjai go through challenges.
Yes.
What are those challenges zenye nyinyi mume go through, zenye you know these are common challenges zenye zinaendelea kwa marriage and people really hawajui how to handle them? Let's go with you, Naomi.
I think I will mention the first two that are right in my mind. Number one is personality differences. Most of our weaknesses, the way we mentioned, the ones we mentioned, they are attached to our personalities. Me and my husband are very different in terms of personalities. His way of thinking, his way of doing things, he's extroverted than me. I would want to live a reserved life and do most of my things silently, but he's maybe a party person that, and those differences zina collide kwa marriage because they affect the way we handle everything. Parenting style, probably he want me to understand the children. They are just children, but I am an African mom. I want to nichukue kifagio mwiko nikutwange, so he will be no, don't do that. The way we handle our finances, he is a risk taker, I am not a risk taker. You like, my dear, let's invest. I'm like, no. So you find that we will differ, and sometimes I will like, okay, let me just watch nione hapo mahali hiyo bet imewekelewa, so ninatazama ikienda ikikunywa maji, then you will come back, I told you. You see, so those differences, they bring changamoto hapa na pale because of our personality and the way we handle things differently. And it happens initially in the first years of marriage, before you understand that my husband haniambii tufanye hivi kwa sababu ako careless. That's just his personality. Na akienda beti, akiekelea beti kiungua, hata sasa atajua next time I will consult my wife or wacha tu ni msikize. So that personality differences, and even the way we handle conflict, my husband would want, let's solve it now and now. But I'm like, let me just cool down. You see, now, as in my silence, I feel good, I'm enjoying. In my silence, he's hurting. So those personality differences, before you really identify how can we come into an agreement, how can you move from where you are, because in marriage we do not say this is how I am, hivi ndio mimi niko, unafaa unielewe. It is him moving mahali yako na mimi ni move, so that we can come and how can we be resolving conflicts in a marriage. Number 2 is financial challenges. We began our marriage, I think, from, is it negative?
Negative 72.
I think we began at negative.
Yeah.
You are newly married. You do not have a financial stability. You are broke. Mumefungiwa hata nyumba.
Wow. Mulifika hiyo point?
Tushawaifika point tumefungiwa nyumba.
Okay, hebu muniambie hiyo time mukafungiwa nyumba mukafanya?
Tukaambiwa na agent ati hiyo ni kuvuzwa na ulimwengu.
Tulikuwa tumeenda kwa bembelezo atufungule. Actually, tulikuwa tumelipa, when we got married, tulilipa like 3 months rent before we stabilize. So within those 3 months, hatukuwa tumestabilize vile tungeendelea sasa kulipa. So si ati hata tulikuwa tumekaa sana.
Yeah.
Imagine wakafunga. So tunaenda pale hivyo kwa...
Na you didn't extend at the 4th month?
No, hatukuwa tume-extend.
Mulika how many days mkafungiwa?
Kuchelewa kulipa hiyo.
Actually ni kuchelewa, tulichelewa kulipa, but hatukuwa tunachelewa juu tuko nayo.
Hatukuwa na pesa. Unajua ile
huko mko mnaishi wapi huko?
Tulikuwa nakaa Githurai.
Ile pesa tulikuwa tumelipa miezi 3. Tulikuwa tunaona kama itawaisha miezi 3. Alafu mimi nilikuwa ninaona, unajua wanaume ni wa maono. Nilikuwa ninaona after hiyo miezi 3 nitakuwa
tutajirika miezi 3.
So miezi 3 ikiisha, nilikuwa sasa niko maskini kuliko vile nilikuwa kabla nioe. So nilikuwa nashangaa, kwani Mungu anakuwa kasaidi gani? Sasa tukaenda kwa agent. Agent akatuambia, kwa shule mliambiwa ati
ilikuwa around saa ngapi hivi?
Ilikuwa mchana, tulienda mchana.
Mulipata saa ngapi nyumba imefungwa?
Siwezi kumbuka.
I think tulikuwa tumeenda because mostly nilikuwa ninakaa kwa nyumba.
By time tutoke.
Sasa alikuwa anaenda kuhok. Unajua alianza kuimba kitambo. So unaona tule tu CD.
yes.
So ni wenyewe alikuwa na hok. Anaimba, utanunua. Then.
So watu hawanunui CD, una rent.
So wanaimbia nyimbo zote 8. Wanakuuliza unakujaga huko lini?
So I think hiyo siku tulitoka because angekuja hivyo tu ako broke, tunatoka tu tunatembea tu, we just walk and talking. So I think walingoja tutoke wakafunga. So tukaenda kuambia watufungulie. Anyway walitufungulia na wakatuambia tukalie deposit alafu twende
mtoke huko. Sasa
how was that for you?
Na usiogope kusema nilikuwa broke. Hiyo ni ukweli.
Hadi sasa mtoka muende wapi?
So wewe unaweza enda wapi? Na tayari kuhama ni pesa. Sasa hiyo katika hiyo pilika na mchakato tuongee kama Watanzania kidogo. Katika huo mchakato na migogoro ndipo kuna mlango Mungu alifungua.
That same man.
Kuna mlango Mungu alifungua. Kupitia kwako by the way. Nakumbuka.
Mungu alifungua mlango na ikakufunguka. It was big.
Ikafunguka.
Tukasema hata tukae huku tena. If it was just one man.
Tulilipa.
Nasema we did not kukaa kwa hiyo nyumba tena. Because tulikalia rent, tulikalia deposit yetu.
Because they couldn't understand you kwa kuchelewa.
Tukahama, we went to a different, tulienda Mweki.
Kwa
kichaka, kwa msitu, because we wanted a decent house, but affordable. You know, you cannot get a nice house
karibu na town. Yes.
So we went to the
kwa reli.
Tulipita reli kama watu wanajua Mweki.
Mnapita Progi huko mnaenda kabisa.
Unaongea kuhusu nini?
Ukipitia kwa reli huko kwa mabushi.
Na huku uingie na huko ndani. So tukaenda kwa.
Lakini mkapata ka on gate, nyumba smart.
Ati nyumba on gate. No, it was just like one bedroom. Tuka one bedroom. Tukalipa deposit na nini. Then the money that we got tukaeka biashara. Unajua tuweka biashara gani? Tulikuwa tunauza viazi.
Sema nilikuwa ninauza.
So your husband was selling.
Sasa
hiyo job ulipata ndio
actually hata si kwa job.
Okay.
It was just kind of a saving somewhere ilikuja hiyo time.
Okay.
Ilikujanga hiyo time. So I was not actually nilikuwa shule. I was doing my masters there. Nilikuwa nasoma. Na nilikuwa na travel naenda Nakuru na rudi. Once in a while. Sasa tukaeka biashara kuuza nini? Viazi. Hatukupata mtu wa kutu guide. Sasa mwenye alikuwa anatuuzia viazi angefaa atuuzie na wholesale. Sasa yeye alikuwa anatuuzia na retail. Tunauza tunapata hakuna kitu hata
unakuja leo sile
nini. Sasa hiyo my husband ameshinda hapo. Unajua viazi vile huku ukishika viazi wenyewe wametoka kina huko anajua. Kuna vile viazi huwa zinafanya hii utu nini tunatoka huku. Sasa huku hivi amegwarika huku. So ningepika lunch na umpelekea na muangalia tu na mhurumia. Alafu mahali alikuwa anauzia alikuwa amepewa na mtu wa Mutura.
Si kibanda ziki afford kibanda. So mtu wa Mutura wakiwa na watu wake walikuwa hata jina langu lilikuwa Wawaru. Wawaru na si atifuuza waru ni mbaya. Lakini sasa mimi siuzi ati waru ile wholesale ati inakuwa mtu kuuza waru. Ni napima. Unajua kasuku. Ile ya kuweka waru ya 10, waru ya mbao na ukumbuke nimeuziwa na
umenunua na retail. Na wewe unauzia tena watu na retail.
Gunia inatake a whole month. Na hakuna kitu imerudisha. So nilikuwa nahurumia mke wangu ati ninafika nyumbani hakuna kitu nimepata na nimechoka. Kubebanisha mawaru na kurudisha huko kwa nini?
Na nini mtu wa Mutura akikuja jioni kwa Moshi. Juu sasa alikuwa anatupea mchana mtu wa Mutura. Sasa jioni amekuja semeka Mutura zake hapo. Unasonga kando na Moshi.
Alafu Moshi ilikuwa inahakikisha imekuja mahali niko. Hata nikihamisha waru the following day nipeleke pande ile nyingine. Moshi ni kama nitauliza Mungu kama ni Mungu ama ni shetani alikuwa anatuma hiyo moshi. Inakuja pale niko. So nilikuwa ni moshi. Unaona hii ni mweupe. Nilikuwa mweusi zaidi. Ni moshi. So
it was not an easy thing.
Tumefikaje hapo? Tumefikaje hapo?
Ni changamoto.
Yes, changamoto, yes.
Like when we are laughing outside.
You guys are funny.
When we are laughing outside and saying we are enjoying our marriage. I see kitu
you've gone through it. The financial
there are things that we don't, mostly we post what is nice looking, but even behind the scene we have stood with each other.
So he moment you guys are going through this moment, how was it? Ilifika mali munaona you guys can give up ama mulikuwa tu sawa mnajua it will work out?
In fact huyu alikuwa ananiambia
na ile ya nini ilikuwa before tuende huko vile tulifungiwa nyumba. Sasa tumefungiwa nyumba. Na hatukuwa na anywhere tungeenda, maybe kwa relative both of us. Wazazi wake, you see, if things get tough, the most ideal thing ni tuende kwao. Sasa like if you would go to the village, maybe ni tuende kwao.
Yes.
It was not possible. The situation were not possible for us to go. We would not go anywhere. And my mother-in-law was also living, alikuwa anakaa Githurai bado. Na mali alikuwa anakaa, we would not have joined her.
Yes.
Like maybe tuende tukae. You know the advice I gave her, like I gave him, huwa ananiambia it is the most stupid advice I've ever given. Nilimwambia kila mtu aende kwao. tukipata rent sasa turudi, because now you see hatuwezi enda na yeye kwetu, tunaishi tumekuwa broke kwao. The situation also cannot allow to end up, na nyumba imefungwa, like what do you do?
Na alafu yeye ni mtu wa kufikiria haraka, so yeye akaniambia sasa option ni moja hapa. Mbona unakasirika? Mimi nakwambia practical solution. Kila mtu aende kwao.
Literally what could have been the solution hapo?
Kila mtu aende kwao. I think naye Mungu akaona machozi yangu. So hiyo mlango ilifunguka, tukapata pesa ya kuanzisha biashara ya waru.
Which was ilikuwa tena negative.
Tena ilikuwa negative. Na usisahau. Yeah. We are serving God. He is a pastor bado.
Wow.
We church Koroisambu. So we would serve God not under salary or not under anything. Sometimes hata tungeambiana wacha mimi wewe shika hii mbao, my wife upande gari uende church, mimi nitatembea. We would walk
7 kilometers.
Sometimes hata anatoka
Githurai hadi Roysambu mguu.
We're talking about Mweki kule chini.
Mali mumehamia sasa. Mweki hadi Roysambu.
It is 7 kilometers.
Watu wenye mnaishi Nairobi, you know how far that is.
Mtu anajua Mweki kwa reli chini, ukienda ni kama unaenda Githurai. Tulikuwa tunakaa na hapo. Sasa utembee kutoka
Which year was this?
Mpaka Roysambu pale zebra.
2017. It must be 2017.
I would walk. Actually, na ninaenda nicheze keyboard, niongoze nyimbo kanisani, ama pia nifunze Bible study. Because mimi niliambia Mungu na tulikubaliana na Mungu. Kukutumikia ni kitu sitaacha. Iwe ni kwa shida, kwa tabu, kwa utajiri, kwa nini.
Na watu waliwahi jua what you are going through sasa when you pass.
No, they didn't know.
Yeah.
We only made our God to know. Nobody else knew. Hata mama yetu tulimficha. Ni vile tu angeona, anaona hiyo watoto wangu ni kama wana.
Kuna time alikuwa analeta kaunga anaitana Naomi. Kujia kaunga hapa. Kuja hapa chini.
Na mimi nikienda na sasa hiyo hatuna chakula, namwambia, "Sasa mama, unajisumbua nini? Sasa unajisumbua na sisi ni watu wazima. Si ungepika ukule mama. Namna gani unajisumbua? Sasa hiyo hatuna food." Because
your mom is still at Githurai?
No, sasa yako. Sasa alihama.
Alishajengewa na fadhili huko Ushago.
Do you think she'll watch this video?
Not really.
Okay.
Our mom si mtu wa.
Lakini ukimwambia anaweza watch.
Ata watch.
Yani she's so just tell her basi something if she watch this video.
Mamangu ninasemanga sio tu mamangu kunizaa. She is also as my spiritual mother. Mamangu ndiye alinionyesha kanisa. Mamangu ndiye alinionyesha kuamini Mungu na kumtumainia. Na mamangu amekuwa na mimi mpaka hiyo time yote ya shida. Mimi ninamficha lakini yeye anajua.
Parents know.
Hata wakati mwingine angeniuliza, "Dekwa, sasa kwa Kikuyu, kwa lugha ya Kikuyu, I translate in Swahili." Ananiuliza, "Dekwa, mnaishi aje na Naomi? Sasa mnapatanga chakula? Sasa nyumba mnalipanga aje?" Hiyo maswali. Her concern has been there even today. Yaani mzazi ni mzazi tu.
Yeah.
Mama uishi miaka mingi. Namwambia, "Tafadhali mama, usianze kukufa saa hii tumeanza kubarikiwa na Mungu." Sitafurahia. Please ukae ujione. Nilimwambia harusi ya Ravishi ya my last born. Yeye ndiye atapeana Ravishi.
Wow.
Naone watoto wake. Usiende bahari. Bado hujaona kile uliombea. Kile uliombea na ukaambia Mungu, "Mtoto wangu mbariki." Lazima uone every bit of the success that God has put for me.
Wow.
And my wife. Because your support is great.
Mko na story. Hapa naona tukikaa hadi kesho. Analyzing from his challenges, what you guys have gone through. You decided to stick by him no matter what came.
No matter what came.
That's true.
I decided to stick by him. Never to seek help from any other man. Of course, opportunities are always there.
Everywhere.
There are people who want to come and tell you, "Kwa nini unakaa kama if I can help you." But I stood by him.
Ili why happen?
Kuna mtu alikuwa anakutumia that pop.
Hata actually
Hallelujah.
There's a period ilikuwa inakuja in form of credit ama ilikuwa inakuja ikiwa M-Pesa, ilikuwa credit.
Na uwezi sema kitu hata
unahitaji.
unahitaji.
Ni nani? Hapana, hata tuko tunajua ni nani. We didn't know ni nani. Alikuwa anatuma every week 30 bob. we did not know. We did not know alikuwa nani. Hiyo that Bob.
Yeah.
Yeah, so opportunities are always there. Mtu atakwambia inboxes, people will be there telling you 1, 2, 3 things. But you know, one thing inajiambia, the discipline of patience is better than the cost of regret. Because you see, that was something that ilikuwa inapita tu. Sasa sahi ningekuwa nina like sahi vile maybe watu wanatujua, kuna mtu tu angekuwa anatoka tu na hiyo key information ama na receipt za M-Pesa na nini alifanya nini. You see, now I'm very futuristic. I am able, Mungu ameniwezesha kuzoom the future consequences of my current decision. Like what I will do now, what it will do in the future. So when I zoom na angalia naona hapana, I want to go to the grave with this testimony that I have never compromised on my relationship with my husband. I want to go to the grave that ever since I married my husband, nobody can come in and claim that I ever did anything that disrespected my husband.
Wow.
And that's something I can pride in, even to say I don't fear like anything, because I have learned to trust in God. And then even in that situation, sikuwa ninaona ni mume wangu ndiye ati ako na shida, ati why did I marry a poor man or anything. Because mimi ninajua my husband is not my source. God is my source. He might decide to use my husband as a channel. So kama God yeye hajaamua kupitia kwa my husband. So there's no way I would hate a channel. Even if it is to hate, it is to hate the source. But I cannot even hate the source, because there is a reason for everything. Yeah. And through it, God saw us through.
Wow.
Actually, I can bear witness. God being my witness, Naomi has never, there are things Naomi has never done, even tried to do, ever since I married her. 1 is to disrespect me. 2 is to compare me or intimidate me in any way. She has never. And 3, she has never uttered any word that looks like an insult or a belittlement or anything of that sort. So that's one thing that makes me even love her the more, because I'm not perfect. Those times when I was really struggling financially, maybe she would have gotten angry and said, I got deceived and married a poor man. But she has never. So when I see how she has stood with me and walked with me and believed in me even when I had nothing, why would I not love such a wife? Yeah.
Wow. Because of time, let's start with, Ndegwa, and then Naomi, you'll finish. What is that one random advice that comes to your mind when you think about marriage, and what is the notion and the kind of notion that is out there saizi? I'll
tell you, number 1, for those who have not yet...
Yeah, you say that, alafu one last thing, anything too that you'd love to say.
Yeah, the last thing I would want to say, anybody who is watching this video and you're not yet married, please don't borrow from the world what marriage is about or what marriage is like. God is the center of marriage. And actually, God is the center of family and everything to do with life. So if you want to know how marriage life looks like, what marriage is, and what it should look like, please don't go to people, go to God. There is the Bible. There are people who can guide you, even spiritually and even psychologically. Kindly make sure that the knowledge you have and the notion you have about marriage is not borrowed from the worldly notions, but from the truth in the Word of God. For those who are in marriage, if your marriage is in trouble, don't be quick to quit or to divorce. Kindly. If there's a way you can look for a solution for your marriage to stand, please do that. Second marriages normally fail more than first marriages. And that way, even the third marriages fail more than second and first marriages. Many people who divorce their spouses come to regret later. I wish I would not have lost my spouse for this person. I wish I would have saved my first marriage. I think it was even better than this. So take your time, pray to God, and if there's anything you can do to save it, to save the situation, you can do so. But don't risk your life in the name of marriage.
Nice. Naomi?
My advice, I also want to begin with those who are not married. that make sure your foundation is firm. I normally tell people, if you do not involve God in the foundation, it becomes hard to try fix them when the structure is complete. Ensure that you begin with God so that you can continue with the journey. And what you want to see in your marriage, begin it now. If you want to see your husband praying, make sure you begin praying while dating. If you want to see faithfulness in your marriage, don't go sleeping around before you get married. Because I normally tell ladies, when this man tells me, I cannot wait for you until we get married, what he's saying that I have zero self-control. That in case you will not be able to give me my conjugal rights, maybe you are pregnant or you have given birth, I can go outside. So that's what he's telling you. So ensure what you want to see in marriage, you have practiced it in dating. And now when you get married, you are now in marriage. Don't relax and say, nimefika. The devil is always working against the idea of God. So why would you sleep? Ensure you are also praying and working hard to keep your marriage. You do not have authority over your spouse. Like I do not have authority over my husband. The same way I have authority over my children. But I have been given authority over evil powers that can come between us. So it is my work as a wife to make sure that I demolish those powers. I should not watch my husband suffer in depression, anxiety, fear, and other things as I watch on the fence. So I should continue praying for my marriage and putting a hedge of protection against my marriage. And lastly, associate yourself with people of like minds. You cannot work with people who believe marriage is a scam and you want your marriage to thrive. No, look for a community of people who believe in what you believe in. Yeah.
This has been really interesting, really amazing. It has been full of fun. Tumecheka, tumesikia emotional stories where they went through different, emotional moments and encouraging stories about marriage. Mi hata sina mengi ya kuongezea. Nimeshiba. Je, umeshiba? And if you want to shiba even more, continue watching My Wife series on this very channel. So consider, pause a minute, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so that tuki-upload any other series ya My Wife series, utakuwa notified wa kwanza. Na usisahau kushare hii video, please. Sawa sawa. And up to the next video, my name is Diana Yagon. Bye bye.